Morning, Jamaica, Jamaica, and the whole entire world. How y'all doing this morning? How y'all doing this morning? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hey. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Let's get it, let's get it, let's get it. Follow me on all platforms, ladies and gentlemen. You see it right there on your screen. Yes, yes. Follow me on Bolo VNR Clips. Get us to 1,000 over there on Bolo VNR Clips. Alright, Bolo VNR. Get us to 5K. And of course, it's my birth month, so that's all I ask for my birthday gift. Y'all sub up to all of my platforms if you have not already. We got Triumphant Healing in the building. What's going on? Oh, you know what? I thought I was ready, but I'm not ready. Give me a second. Do me a favor, don't treat me like a neighbor. Don't need the different flavors of your problems just to savor. I've got my own issues, I need a comb to get through. Don't need to groan with you, just go get your own tissue. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. That's it, the end of the song. Next time you'll sing along. Trust me, there's nothing wrong. I just need to carry on, cause society's a myth put there to make you sit. Listen to what they give. Don't ask questions, shut your lid. Yeah, don't ask questions, shut your lid. I need to run away from this and go get off the grid. Feel like my brain is overloaded, man, I'm losing it. Don't let them tell you what to do, man, they don't know shit. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have an excellent show for you this morning. So we're going to go to present news, and then we're going to go into some things that happened in the past that I missed. And I think it's relevant to what is going on, because you see, our people tend to forget easily some of the things that this government and governments tend to do, which is do anything to try and win elections. You know, that's the sad part. They just do anything. You know what I mean? Anyway. How you doing, Splash Digi? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. How y'all doing this morning, man? I hope all is well. Today's Thursday. You know the weekend is upon us. Roslyn, Wagwan. The weekend is upon us, ladies and gentlemen. I have so much things to say right now. Who remembers when the Prime Minister was on his when he was doing his at the conference? I got so much things to say right now. Yo, I'm trolling. I am so trolling, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness.
What can goes on?
Okay, we good.
Emotional damage.
There we go.
Embarrassing.
All right, we good, man. All right, so let's go to the first story. All right.
KSAMC. Woo! The KSAMC came out swinging. Shout out to Mayor Swaby. I have to say, the man is doing great work, ladies and gentlemen. He's doing great work. All right. KSAMC says Estatebridge Holdings breached building permit.
Emotional damage.
So you mean to tell me, KSAMC, that the people that came out with the news was not lying? You mean to tell me, KSAMC, that the narrative that the JLP is pushing, that people is doing this and they doing that, this is actually real? You gotta be lying, man. Let's get to the article. I don't believe you, KSAMC. I don't believe you. The Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation, the KSAMC, has alleged that the Estatebridge Holdings Limited was breached on an approved building permit issued for construction on Waycliffe Drive in St. Andrew, an entity in which the Prime Minister, Andrew Holness, previously, keyword, previously had shared and stayed, had a stake in Estatebridge. This is accurate. This is why his name is coming up, because he previously had shares and had a stake in Estatebridge. All right, good. It is in its report. You know what this is? This is like Jay-Z trying to say that he and P. Diddy was never friends. But then we have all this evidence of you guys at different events, of you flying from an event to go to his event the same night after performing. So how are you not connected to it? Make that make sense. How are you not connected to Estatebridge, Prime Minister, when you had shares before? But I digress. In the report in Parliament last week, the Integrity Commission stated that the company is in some way linked to the Prime Minister. In some way. Man, listen. They trying to play that down. Guys, hit the like button for me, please. Please hit the like button, man. That's all I ask. Come on, man. Stop playing. It's my birthday week, man. I mean, well, in a few days, like, what, 5 days from now? Yeah, 5 days from now is my birthday, man. All I ask is that you guys hit the like button. Stop playing. All right? Come through the door hitting the like button. All right? If it's 30 of you watching, I expect to see 50 likes. If it's 100 of you watching, I expect to see 200 likes. Period. Anyway, moving right along. It says here, but in that statement, in that same report, the commission said at the time of its investigation, Estatebridge Holdings was not owned by the Prime Minister. Neither did he have shares in the company, nor was he director of the company at the material time. Of course, they said that. Nobody read that and thought he was. But guess what? His son and his sister is. and his good friend, allegedly. So what are we doing? So y'all still don't see the connection? All you labor rights out there? Listen, man. The director of the company have strongly rejected the commission's conclusion. Why would they? Why would they not reject it? Why would they? Why would they agree that they did something illegal? Why would they agree with that? That don't mean nothing. How you doing, Pat Dub? The municipality says, the municipality says following the Integrity Commission report, Mayor of Kingston, Andrew Swaby, requested a detailed report from Chief Engineering Officer. I can't wait. Ladies and gentlemen, pay attention. This report from the Chief Engineer Officer, oh yeah, we want to hear about that. According to the KSAMC, the report from the Chief Engineer Officer outlined breaches of the building permit issued to Estatebridge. Wait. So according to the chief engineer the report from the chief engineer outlined breaches of the building permit issued to the KSA, issued to Estatebridge. So this confirms the Integrity Commission's report. The alleged breaches were reportedly identified during an inspection conducted October 31st this year. This was allegedly after a request from the applicant on October 28th. This would mean the KSAMC Chief Engineering Officer only identified the breach after the Integrity Commission site visit on July 12th.
Emotional damage.
And 13 this year. So you telling me that the Integrity Commission was doing a better job at identifying this breach than the chief engineer of KSAMC? Oh, this is sad, man. How you doing, Empress 13? What's up, love? Good to see you, sweetheart. You know we don't celebrate holidays. I don't celebrate birthdays either, but hey, my birthday coming up in 5 days. Hey, y'all watch all my videos. Watch them 10 times. All the things you can do for free. Make sure you hit the like button, share it with 100 people. And if you don't want to go through all of that, you know, there is a donation link that is pinned if you want to support your boy. Anywho, and that goes to everybody. I'm not just talking to Empress 13. Anywho, oh, and shout out to Karen with the donation yesterday. Man, oh man, I wish I had my bells and whistles yesterday. What a big surprise. Wow. What a big surprise by Karen, man. I appreciate you, man. A new subscriber, you know what I'm saying, showing love to the platform. Salute to you, Karen. Really appreciate that. So it says here, KSMC, oh, wait a minute, we're moving too fast. According to the KSMC, the breaches observed at the property include a slight increase in the floor area of the basement, with the laundry area being reconfigured to accommodate a bathroom and storage. The KSAMC also found that a dining room on the ground floor was extended, a bathroom constructed, and a powder room converted to storage. Despite these adjustments, the floor area of the ground floor was found to be largely unchanged. Alterations were also noted on the first floor of the property. The KSMC says the master bedroom was increased by utilizing the balcony space. The municipality says the associated bathroom was relocated and a space converted to a foyer for storage area. The floor area was found to be unchanged. The municipality says partition walls referenced in the Integrity Commission report, and it says partition walls referenced in the Commission report and which were shown in photographs in the final report were not present during their visit. It couldn't be present. They already took them down allegedly. So that's not a surprise. Anyway, KSMC says this suggests modifications have been made to the structure before its visit. Exactly. It says the chief engineering officer report. Can you imagine if the Integrity Commission wasn't as thorough in their investigation? They would have came back and then the KSMC would be like, well, we didn't see no walls. What are you talking about? There's nothing happening here. You know what I'm saying? If they did a good enough job, it could seem that way, right? Right? It says the chief engineer officer report therefore could not refute a claim by the Integrity Commission that the 4-bedroom units were being constructed at earlier stage. Yes, sir. Another win for Jamaica. Another win for the Integrity Commission. Another win to clean up corruption. That's what I'm talking about. According to the Ksamc, the breaches identified in October were brought to the attention of the property's architect, Kenardo Nesbitt, in a letter dated November 13th. Wait, what? According to the case, the breaches identified in October were brought to the attention of the property's architect in a letter. Okay, that letter reportedly provided two options to the architect: revert to the previous approved plan or regularize the changes through an as-built application. Okay, so let me read that again. Oh, so the Ksamc wrote them a letter. So the two options would be to revert to the approved plan. So this confirms that the approved plan was not what they were actually doing, ladies and gentlemen. Another confirmation that what we got in the Integrity Commission report is accurate. The Ksamc says Estatebridge submitted an application to regularize the changes in a letter dated December 10th. Wow! When was the Integrity Commission report put out? Whoa. This was the same day the Integrity Commission report into the alleged breaches was tabled in Parliament. Come on, man. Oh, my God, bro. What are we doing? What are we doing?
That is funny, honey.
Ladies and gentlemen,
funny.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, my God, that is funny.
It's not funny. I'm just saying. I just got to laugh. Are you serious? Look at this last statement right here. The only reason, in my estimate, why there was a regularized letter application sent December 10th is because they knew this was coming. The Integrity Commission report. How you doing, Ryan Campbell? Salute to you, broski. Oh, you want to see the picture? I want to know where the pictures are from the IC. Oh, wait a minute. I got it. I got it. Don't worry. I got it. Oh, I got it. Hey, Pat Dub, thanks for the alley whoop. Hey, I got it, Pat Dub. Don't worry, Pat Dub. The report is right here. Let's go to exhibit. I think it was 57. I believe it's 57. Let me show you the pictures. Here we go. This is one of the pictures, right? This is one of them. This is one of the pictures. It says here, demolition of concrete partition wall in laundry room at split level. Yeah, it is crazy, Ryan. Right? But it seems to be something that is common amongst builders, people that build buildings. They give a plan, it's approved, and then they go against the plan and add stuff because they're trying to make more money. The more amenities in the house in terms of rooms and stuff like that, it increases your value of making money in it. But at the end of the day, it's not legal to do it like that. You got to get those situations approved, and it's for safety reasons. So that's one of the pictures. Here's another one, backed up. It says right here, additional concrete wall on the ground floor. So this is a partition wall. Originally, according to the plan that was approved, this wall should not be here. All right, allegedly, right? And it says it has with electrical, painting, and tiling works ongoing. So the wall that they're putting up, electrical work is being done in there. All right? Here's another picture. Right? All right? Look at this wall. Look how much light fixtures is right here. You see that? It says, report of the investigation concerning Lord have mercy, irregularities in respect of the construction of the residential development located at the 2 Waycliffe Close, Beverly Hills, Kingston 6, contrary to the terms of the building permit issued to Estatebridge. Now, I'm saying, right? Let me see this. Oh, here's another picture. Additional concrete wall in area labeled as balcony on floor, right? This is another evidence that they put out there. Here's another one. It says N suite bathroom on ground floor with plumbing works going on, right? All right. Very detailed, well labeled pictures. It says, this one says, an additional suite bathroom on floor with standing shower, toe wall constructed, and provisions for plumbing works ongoing. Delroy, how you doing? Power Thursday to you. UK in the building. Salute. Y'all like and share the video. Please, just hit the like button for me, all right? That's all I ask. So that's the pictures, people, from the report, right? So this is crazy. The fact that they applied for the regularized changes, they know the plan that they gave the Ksamc. They know what the hell they doing. So if this did not reach the Integrity Commission and reach Parliament, ladies and gentlemen, in my opinion, it is safe to say that there would be nothing done. This is why you need regulatory bodies like the Ksamc to do their job properly, and also the Integrity Commission as a backup, right? And this is the thing, right? This is my thing. As the leader of the country, you, Mr. Holness, you are held to a higher standard, sir, than everyone else. You sure are. You sure are. So, if you have a son, in this case, your son is a director, I believe. Let me go to the facts and evidence. Let's go to page 7. I think it's page 7. Is it page 7? Let me see if I got. Oh, yo, listen, guys. Nah. I know this report too good. I know the pages. Lord have mercy. I went to page 7. Boom! Individuals pertinent to the investigation. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look. Excuse me. Wow. My bad. Right here. Focus on right here. This is what connects Andrew Holness. Norman Brown. Who is Norman Brown? Let's look at it. Norman Brown. Norman Brown, Jamaica. Who is Norman Brown? Well, here he is, ladies and gentlemen. This is Norman Brown. All right. Excuse me. My bad. This is Norman Brown. Yeah. There he is right here. Looking on the Prime Minister. So apparently, allegedly, I think I snapped. Here he is again. This is a picture. Apparently, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Norman Brown is a good friend of Andrew Holness. All right? So here's another picture. All right? You know, they've been in you know, you see them a lot. You see them a lot. All right, look at this right here. Company linked to Holness business partner breach building. See? Company linked to Holness what? Business partner. Okay. So this ain't no fluff, ladies and gentlemen. This is not no fluff. Wayne, how you doing, my brother? This is no fluff. This is serious. This is serious. All right? So this is my thing. As the leader of the country, you have your son in a company that is a director. He's a director, right? Oh, I should be sharing my screen still and showing you. Yeah, so he's a director and a shareholder of Estatebridge. Your sister, I didn't even know this was his sister. She's on the thumbnail, guys. CJ Anderson, your sister is also a director and shareholder. Your business partner, Norman Brown, is also a director and a shareholder. How in the world does the Prime Minister fix his face to tell us he's not connected to Estatebridge in any way? Nah, B. Now we find out based off the reports of the Integrity Commission that, well, the IC report was accurate. As usual. Yeah. Because the IC has too much experience to operate outside the law. Mr. Panton ain't no joke, ladies and gentlemen. You heard? And let us pray that he is reinstated in his position when his contract is up. All right? Let us pray. Because he's a man of God too. He's a pastor, I believe. Yeah, let us pray that he retains his position. Unique Ray, how you doing? Salute to you. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So this is my thing. Your son, you got your son and your sister, and you got your best friend in the company that you're no longer a part of legally in terms of being a shareholder or whatever, right? But you used to be Mr. Holness. Don't you think it's in your best interest, sir, to advise them to make sure they stay at the letter of the law? Because automatically your name is going to come up. This is how it works. And I'm sure you're aware of that. You have enough on your plate already. You do not need no more alleged corruption surrounding your name, linked in any way, shape, or form. So this, in my opinion, should have been cleaned up. Yeah. Somebody said, my question is, why Andrew is so wicked and lie, deceiving even when the truth is there, him say a lie. All when the filth spill on him say no stink. Oh my God. Hey, that's a good question. I don't know why they even do this to themselves, yo. I really don't. Because the evidence is right there. I really don't know why they come out and tell us, oh, this is a lie. Oh, they're just this. No, it's not a lie. We're looking at the evidence. What the hell are you talking about? What in the world are you actually talking about, sir, ma'am? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let me close that off. And then let me look at this to check the timestamp. Let me know what y'all think about that, man. And Jonas, yeah, you got to do better, sir. This is getting out of hand. God's salute. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. The Ksamc just confirmed what the IC report has said. Where do we go from here? What's going to be the result of this? Is the law going to do what the law does in this situation for anyone else? What is the process after finding out all of this? Do they get charged? Are they disbarred from building anymore? What is the next legal step for a regular citizen that is found in breach of this act? Right? That's what I want to know. All right? And if whatever that is, let's make sure that Estatebridge and its shareholders and everybody involved are given the full length of the law. So you, the people, have to keep on this and pressure this to make sure that integrity is held up in Jamaica. What is good for the goose is good for the gander, right? All right. So Lorna says stepping outside would even be more appropriate. Lord have mercy. Yeah, let me know what y'all think. All right, so let's get to the next topic, ladies and gentlemen. So I came across this clip. I don't know if y'all seen this clip before, but I came across this clip and I said, Lord have mercy. Man, y'all smash that like button, boy. I'm telling you, God is the greatest. Things just be falling in my lap sometimes. I never knew that this man on your screen went after Mr. Wholeness in the manner that he did. I never knew that he was so bold. But then again, the way how he operates in Parliament, yeah, it tells me a lot about his character. Yeah, he rubs me the wrong way. I swear to God, he does. And I'm a bald head brother. You know, us bald head brothers usually stick together. Anyway, listen to this this dude right here. Then we're gonna go to then we're gonna go to a clip from Marky G. I said, Lord have mercy, this is just too easy.
Before I come off, I'm going to use the opportunity to call on the leader of the opposition
Right.
to provide the answers to the questions that I kindly asked him and respectfully laid before him. I never quarrel. I never go on bad.
Jennifer, good morning.
I simply ask some questions. And to date, silence, crickets. Instead, what have they done? They sent out some surrogates to come ask me and my sister and not answer nothing where you ask me until you...
Oh, so them send out some surrogates to ask him and his sister. So him not go answer nothing. Alright, let me continue.
answer my question.
Okay, so because you don't want to answer for them questions, so them to answer your one. You got to do the same thing with them do. So we're gonna go around in a circle. Okay.
You take man for idiot. So let me answer them by asking them again. How come you tell Jamaica in 2022 say you did give up your British passport before you get into politics? And you tell Jamaica in 2024 say you...
No, I cannot confirm whether or not Mark Golden...
We about to move some furniture around here if you touch my leg. It's love. Matter of fact, don't move that hand no more. Now try me. So Mike, you mean to tell me Diddy was touching on your leg while you were sitting right here on this couch? I was trying to, but I seen him before.
Diddy, get the hell out of the studio.
Back in the day, subscribe to the channel.
Shout out to back in the day. Shout out to all the new subs.
You soon give up your British passport.
Yeah, so I cannot confirm that Mark Golden said that. But let's continue.
You take with me, idiot. How come you tell Jamaica? I know me say so, you know. I him say so. Mr. 1 foot in and 1 foot out. How?
Let's stop right there. See, this is where you get caught up in the duo twist. Hey, this is too easy, bruh. Man, if you don't go sit, this is one of the weakest attacks by the JLP on Mark Golden. And the more they attack him, is the more they're losing. Because they don't have anything else to talk about outside of him being a British citizen by his father, by proxy, and which is already understood. My thing is, you got members, and I'm not trying to come at Matthew Samuda or Carl. Is it Carl Samuda? Who is the son? Matthew Samuda? I'm not trying to come at Matthew Samuda, but Matthew Samuda was born in England, right? And he's a part of your party. How Matthew Samuda feel with you guys raising this issue? So what? Matthew Samuda can be a part of the JLP, but he can never be the Prime Minister of Jamaica. I wanted to make it make sense. But I digress. Let's hear this foolishness.
How come you tell Jamaica say you have a Jamaican passport with your UK visa in it? And then when the Prime Minister back you up in a corner, you have to say, but.
I have never heard Mark Golden, I've never heard that. Somebody can please send me that clip of Mark Golden going, me. And if you hear it, you let me know in the comment section. I've never heard it.
Me still a UK citizen. You take with me, idiot. me tell you something. Hold on.
Oh, and again, the 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Guys, didn't Andrew Honest willingly become a member of the Privy Council? Nobody never forced him. He has sworn an allegiance and a pledge to the king. How can you serve Jamaica, talk about you want to free us from the same king while serving the same king? They are the monarch, you know. They are the slave owners, you know. Are the slave them are wicked people, because I don't want to say a slave owner, because I don't recognize myself as a slave. But they are the colonizers. They are the evil people. So why did Andrew Honest willingly pledge allegiance to the evil people? But you have Colonel Charles Jr. here making an ass of himself in this clip. Sad.
Hold on. Let me put aside Pernell Pitney and pick up Gloria Pitney. Now, I went to school, good school too, and I studied as an attorney at law. I'm an attorney overseas and local, so I'm an international attorney. Now, as an international attorney, let me tell you this: the only reason why an individual, whether them have 1 foot in or 1 foot out, would have a visa in a passport is if they were not a
We about
citizen
to
of
move
the
the
country.
furniture around here if you touch my leg. It's love. Matter of fact, don't move that hand no more. Now try me. So Mike, you mean to tell me Diddy was touching on your leg while you were sitting right here on this couch? Trying to, but I seen him before. Diddy, get the hell out of this studio.
Miss Curiosity Kid, subscribe to the channel.
Shout out to Miss Curiosity Kid. You know what I'm saying?
Because if you are going home, why you need visa to go your own yard? Alright. So if you are a UK citizen and you go put a UK visa in a next passport, who you try fool? Hold on, make it worse. If you did it and you did lie to the people them and tell them so you are a UK citizen, you're out. Because that is fraud. And then for charge you.
So him said if you did it. If. So why him not place charges against Marky G? If this is a tangible story, as he's so confidently saying, Audrey Patterson, big up. But of course, the whole of you are idiots. Let us see the clip where he said that. Would I love to see it, but I couldn't find it. But anyway, no, I genuinely don't know, so I'm not gonna argue with me, don't know. But I'm saying, logically speaking, the Rumba Time News, big up, right? Logically speaking, guys, when him just say a while ago that it is, it pretty much is criminal, right? And it's fraud. So why him not can go court feet? You feel like say the opposition would have this type of ammunition against Mark Golding and not take him to court? You see Mark Golding will take Andrew Honest got court too much time. Ladies and gentlemen, just using my noggin. Shout out to Miss Genesis one. Just using my noggin lets me know something ain't right.
Something not right, my wisdom warriors. Something is not right.
Oh, hey.
Tell about them.
Hey, Colonel Charles Jr.
Stop lying! Stop lying!
Oh, man.
Stop lying.
Oh, my God, man.
Stop.
You just gotta chill, man.
Whether them charge you in your home in UK or your home in Jamaica. Alright? But let us say he got it lawfully.
Why would you say, let us say he got it lawfully? Because you're not confident about what you're saying. As a lawyer. And he might go big up himself now, no. I think he did already. Listen to him.
How would you get it lawfully? Who did you speak to get that kind of favor? Come in and know nobody who is a citizen who can go into an embassy and say to them, shh, just give me a visa anyway, come and want them things, say I'm a citizen. Something is into something and we need to find out.
So you need to find out. That means you don't know what you're talking about. You're speculating. Okay.
You must answer the questions before you answer the questions. Your granny should have tell you, don't answer a question with a question.
Oh, so him big up himself already. Him say my international lawyer. Anyway, I could hear a smart clip from Jonas.
One thing to come and make a political point about roads, it is another thing to be able to do something about it. Mr. Speaker, we have seen politicians come and pontificate and make promises about roads. Pothole free by 2003. Mr. Speaker, we are here in 2024, and the people who made that promise then are the same people who are coming now to complain. Why did they?
You know, the argument that would have solid if the same people them talk about the inner power. All people still don't listen to Andrew Honest, you talk foolishness and just absorb it. This argument we make about the pothole them, right? Are you in a power for 9 years now? I'm not going to stay upon this long. I just say, you're in a power for 9 years. And you argue about the people them that's not in power that is talking about the pothole them. So, my general, you say from 2003, I know if you have facts of the road them when I maintain better. In a them time there, up to the point where you JLP. The roads are the worst it has ever been in Jamaica under the JLP, and that there's no arguments. I don't business what kind of excuse you want to make. The roads have been the worst under the JLP in the last 9 years. That's a fact. That is a fact. There's no arguing that. So I'm trying to figure out. As a matter of fact, the potholes have upgraded from potholes to craters. Allegedly, people are drowning in them now. So, if he was the opposition saying what he's saying here, it would make sense.
They made Jamaica pothole free in 2003. Why? You know why, Mr. Speaker? Because they did not create the economy to do it. And what they do now.
Okay, so his argument is that the PNP did not create the economy to make the Jamaica pothole free. Listen now.
Now is to go around and play upon people's frustration. We don't look.
How could they get the opportunity to play upon the people's frustration if the roads were fixed?
Looking at exactly what needs to be done. Well, this administration, Mr. Speaker, knows exactly what needs to be done.
So if you know exactly what needs to be done, why aren't the roads fixed? Why do we have craters in the road? Since as you guys have all the answers, why aren't it fixed? People listen to this foolishness, man. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Forgive my outburst. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy.
Hi, welcome to Reliable Machine.
Yeah. Calm down. Let's go to the next clip, guys, because this dude just don't make no sense, man. He really don't, guys. He really don't. He really don't make no sense, bro. So, Mark Golden's, status, citizenship was attacked. So let's hear how Mark Golden actually answers his response to that. And context matters.
Pronunciation thing. I don't feel any rush because I'm lawfully in the parliament. I'm a Jamaican born citizen. Born Jamaican citizen. I have a right to be in the parliament if the people elect me. And the people of South St. Andrew elected me. So I'm there to represent them in parliament. Mm-hmm. So I noticed one guy today rush and go, after he got outed on radio, rush go announce him renounce his thing. He wasn't.
What you think him attack? Matthew Samuda, you know?
Born in Jamaica though, he's born in London apparently. Me no operate so. I'm not moving on any bummy basis.
You hear that?
I'm meditating on this thing, saying my prayers on this thing, and I'm listening to what is happening. I want a proper dialogue and conversation in Jamaica about dual citizenship, about who we are, about millions of Jamaicans who live outside of Jamaica, many of whom are dual citizens, and how we plan.
Yo, I want serious conversation the man I bring up, you know. I want serious argument this man I bring up, you know. The man I bring up the diaspora, you know, other people who have dual citizenship, you know. Some of them will watch me right now. People on the field. Who are somebody where I want dual citizen? Call me right now. When they are America or wherever on the day, and I work hard and I sell on the money, go to Jamaica and I take care of how much family member them so. Who want to no call me? People, who want somebody call me?
And to engage with them and deal with them and treat them.
Yeah.
And when we get through that debate, if the preponderance of opinion is that I should, as leader of the PNP, as leader of the opposition, as Prime Minister in waiting, shouldn't have a dual citizenship, then I will give it up. Because I intend to serve Jamaica to the best of my capacity.
Oh gosh, man.
And I'll give it up. But I'm not rushing to go do it because 2 guys say I should or 3 guys say I go. You know?
Yeah.
Because for every 2 or 3 that speak on radio, there are another 20 who talk to me off the air and tell me how they feel.
Yeah.
So I have to be listening to everybody. And I think it's a very important discussion to have at this time. We're having a diaspora conference coming up in Jamaica. We have, as you know, there's another one being staged by a group that is not happy with the way that the diaspora movement is being managed by the government. All that is going on right now. This is an important debate that Jamaica needs to have. Mm-hmm. Very many Jamaicans depend on their relatives abroad to survive. Many of those relatives are dual citizens.
Right.
How do they feel about being told that their relatives who mind them or support them or provide help for them are not good enough to serve in our Jamaican parliament? I don't.
What? Hey, the man are hey. Hey, Empress 13. Empress 13, they can call me, you know. Yeah, man, call me on WhatsApp. Yeah, they are Barbados, but it still apply because you are dual citizen. Call me on WhatsApp, man. And if you don't feel comfortable calling me on WhatsApp, me can make a StreamYard link. And you jump on real quick. Nobody now have to see you. Just them I got hear you though. Just let me know where you feel comfortable. Oh no, listen, let me play that back because I don't want to go over some people head, you know.
The PNP as leader of the opposition, as Prime Minister in waiting, shouldn't have a dual citizenship, then I will give it up. Because
so the man argument clear. If the people, and I disagreed with Mark Golding on this. I really was upset that him give up him citizenship. And you know why I was upset? Because of the nature of how he got it. His father is a citizen. Alright. Hold on the people. I get a call. You hear me? You have to turn everything in the background.
Hey, Polo, it's me, Empress 13.
Yeah, man, turn everything in the background, mama.
I have.
Alright, so talk to me. Let me lay down the question for you. As a dual citizen of Barbados and the UK, right? How do you feel about Barbados saying to you that you're not good enough to be the Prime Minister or President of Barbados because you have dual citizenship? What do you feel about that?
I was born on the island of Barbados.
Mm-hmm.
So if I reach that stage to become Prime Minister, I have that right.
Yes, and let me ask you, in the laws in Barbados, is it the law that as a dual citizen you can be the Prime Minister or the President of Barbados?
That I don't know because I left Barbados when I was a child. I'm quite a mature woman now, so I really don't keep up with the politics of Barbados.
All right.
But I do believe so.
Okay, so my next question would be, if it is not so, would you take offense to that?
No.
I'm saying if it's a case where you cannot be the Prime Minister, would you take offense to that?
Yes, I would.
Okay.
Because I was born on the island, just like everybody else that's born on the island have a right.
Man, oh man.
You know, so nobody can take my rights away from me. No.
Right. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, that's coming from somebody that is a dual citizen of a country in the Caribbean, Barbados, our neighbors. And so I don't know why the JLP took this road. Oh, there's a background echo. I don't know what's going on.
They're just being awkward. They're just being bad-minded. It is stupid. If you have Chinese, Indian, white man and all that bullshit in Jamaica, in the Jamaican under the flag, out of many they're one. Come on.
Right. That's that. I was gonna go there because Jamaica is unique in terms of our pledge and everything. Out of many, one people. So if you're gonna have that moniker in terms of a statement like that, why is these types of arguments coming up from you know, especially when it's legal? Because it's not like you're a citizen of America, because it would be different. Anybody from the Commonwealth in terms of the Constitution is okay. People that is from America has their own agendas that doesn't align with here, so you will see the conflict of interest of having somebody from American descent being the prime minister of Jamaica, right? But somebody that is aligned with the monarch, that's a part of the Commonwealth, it's legal. So why would they even bring it up? It's just asinine. Like I said, I'm bad man.
Exactly. You understand? So the people and Mark shouldn't take any notice of that bullshit. I'm sorry. It's a lot of nonsense.
Right. All right. I appreciate you coming on. I won't take too much of your time.
Okay. Have a good day.
You too, sweetheart. Appreciate it. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was Empress 13, man. Shout out to Empress 13, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Phoenix Rising, I see you, Phoenix. Terry T, good morning. Shout out to Phoenix Rising. I see you, Terry T. Salute. First time seeing in the chat. Anita Spike says, true, because Andrew come from Spanish Town. Him shot load like him a bad man. Yo, y'all crazy in the chat, man. Pat W, I sent a box right here and just, okay, no, y'all talking about something else. Anyway, let's continue.
I intend to serve Jamaica to the best of my capacity, and I'll give it up. But I'm not rushing to go do it because 2 guys say I should or 3 guys say I go, you know? Because
yo, may I tell you, say, you know, Mark Golding talk more patwa than me. If you notice when Mark Golding in a natural element, yo, why that hold on there, people, man. I have some serious background noise. Hold on.
So every 2 or 3 that speak on radio, there are another 20 who talk to me off the air and tell me how they feel. So I have to be listening to everybody. And I think it's a very important discussion to have at this time. We're having a diaspora conference coming up in Jamaica. We have, as you know, there's another one being staged by a group that is not happy with the way that the diaspora movement is being managed by the government. All that is going on right now. This is an important debate that Jamaica needs to have. Very many Jamaicans depend on their relatives abroad to survive. Many of those relatives are dual citizens. How do they feel about being told that their relatives who mind them or support them or provide help for them are not good enough to serve in our Jamaican parliament? I don't know how them going to feel about that, you know, because it's a kind of disrespect argument where you say you can, you must send your money come, but we're not really rate you as Jamaicans. I don't, you know, to me.
Yo, Mr. Marky G talk more in a Jamaican than me. I tell her that.
That is a violation to them or of them. So I am just listening and watching. I have the form, the same little form that the guy, same sign. I have that form.
Hold on.
I printed already. Pronunciation.
Oh. Yo, the man said printed already, the same little form of the guy.
That is funny, honey.
Oh my God.
That's funny.
If I'm not mistaken,
Oh my God, that is funny.
Sherry Trick Free Blessings. Me sending the number, you know, try up. Me don't know if I call you want to call in now, you know. Is it call you want to call in now? If you want to call in, call in. Quickly before me move on from this reaction, because I have something else to look at. I would want to record your conversation in this. Yeah, the man a real Jamaican man. Him, you can't say born. I don't pretend business. But Matthew Samuda, see she call. Alright. Hello?
Hey, what go on, baller?
Oh, somebody me think of the lady in the place I call me. Go ahead, my boss. So you do. Me dey on the live, you know.
Yeah, man, me know, man.
All
A charity free, man. CM King.
So, oh yeah, man. Go through my boss.
Yeah, man. Hey, you know something? When it's convenient, the Jamaica Labour Party play with the people of Jamaica. No, it's very serious now. These people don't respect laws.
Yes.
You see this issue with Mark Walling? It's not supposed to be an issue.
Not an issue.
It's not supposed to be an issue because the laws are clear. If you are part of the Commonwealth, you are able to sit in the Jamaican Parliament. What it does not allow, which the Jamaica Labour Party will not tell the people, you cannot be an American citizen,
yes,
and a Jamaican citizen and sit in the Parliament.
Yes.
So when you have people like Michelle Charles, who is an American citizen, and sit in the Jamaican Parliament, that's illegal.
Ooh, I did not know that. I'm just gonna say allegedly because I
no, not allegedly. It was there. She was living in America, and because of her court case and whatever, she went back to Jamaica.
Oh, so this is an actual story. Okay,
this is an actual story.
Where's her name? May I look it up? Where's her name?
Her name is Michelle Charles.
Michelle Charles.
Dr. Michelle Charles.
Oh,
she used to have a dentist place in, I think, Florida. Right? But what I'm getting at is to say this should not be an issue.
Right.
Where it should be an issue is when they are telling people who are Jamaicans who live in America conveniently that they are not Jamaicans. They cannot be on the Jamaican diaspora, but that should be a issue of contention, because if we pull back the curtains, buddy, you have a lot of people who have dual citizenship, like Babsy Grange, who is a Canadian and also a Jamaican. You have people from Israel who sits in the Jamaican Labour Party, who weren't born in Jamaica, has no Jamaican parentage. But they are part of the Commonwealth. And you could, as long as you live in the country for a year, then you could run for office.
Right.
So the Jamaica Labour Party has nothing substantial to bring to the people more than confuse the people. And this is all been allowed by the news media because it's a clear document that they should put out and say, listen, this has no merit.
Okay, so may I look on her page just up on Instagram. I've seen her picture come up in news articles. Yeah.
Yes, I think last year after this year when the discussion started, that's when she went and started the application to denounce her citizenship.
Yes, I remember.
But she was sitting in the office illegally.
Yeah,
and they are all aware of it.
So it was only until it was brought up before. So basically this individual, alright, so let me just say this. Personally, I understand why the American dual citizenship is a problem. However, if there is to be a discussion for that to change, that is up to the Jamaican people collectively. Now, with that said, it is by law clearly a breach.
It is a breach.
Clearly.
And they were aware.
So, this to me says a lot about the Jamaica Labour Party. You understand? Because I don't have anything against this sister personally. But
no, I don't have anything
she
against
should
her,
know the law as well and be well aware and do what she's supposed to do the right way and come into Parliament.
Exactly. And not only that,
it seems as if, well, I know to your point, it seems as if that these people really have a problem with the law.
They don't like to follow rules and laws. It's no different than when the Prime Minister declared the roads a national emergency, but he's not telling the people that when he took over office, there was a fund that they used to fix the road, and he took that fund, cancel it, and put it in the consolidated fund. So these people don't follow rules and laws, and if they are talking about that, about Mark Golding, then why don't they sign the code of conduct?
That's another issue in itself.
You asked for training, you and your team, you and your wife, and you didn't sign the code of conduct. But what that says is that when they commit a crime or they breach the laws of the country, the fact that they didn't sign the code of conduct tells you that these people had it in their intention that, listen, I am going to commit a crime against Jamaica.
And I don't think any well-thinking Jamaican would say that is a overreach of an assumption.
No, it is premeditated because you listen. If you ask for training, to say you want training to know the rules and the laws, and then when you get the training, you refuse to sign it, then why did you ask for it in the first place?
In the first place, right.
And why do you refuse to sign it? And if you refuse to sign it, why don't you step aside out the office?
Right.
Because you could not work at a private company and they said, okay, you got to sign the rules and conduct. You have the job. You have to sign this before you're hired. You would not have a job.
Right.
So that means the police and the doctors who also have to sign a code of conduct, they all should say, we're not signing the code of conduct.
Right.
Are you going to say they should not have a job?
I think the Jamaica Labour Party is very sloppy in their approach in terms of strategy, you know.
No, they don't have any strategy.
Because why would you come at Mark Golding with this situation with this lady and then Matty Samoda? I mean, it really is.
They have no strategy whatsoever. They say that drowning man clutch off after straw, and that's exactly what they're doing.
No wonder they're not running the country good.
No, they can't run the country good because they have no ideas.
You're rough, Bridget.
They have no ideas. None whatsoever. Look at what's going on now with them fixing the road. The money is being swindled. And you're not getting value for money.
Hey, you know what say? When name something there. Play one sound bite. That alone some. Where Big Mama say them have a surplus of money. Go on top, I go find it.
Yeah, I see it.
Yo, Chacha, them people are easy, man. So
when you look at how the roads are,
if they have all of them money there, right? Where the money there? Like, why the road them not fix? If them have all of them money there, like they must say.
No, but if people go back and look, you know, he's also tricking people because he said he will spend $20 billion on road this year and $20 billion next year because they don't have the $40 billion. So how you go and sign a contract to say you're going to spend $38 billion this year? Go back and look at it. When they announce it, that's how they could spend $20 billion this year.
So how much they actually spend? After
they sign a contract. They sign a contract for 30-something billion. But when the finance minister announced it, he announced 40 billion sparks program, 20
Oh
billion
yes,
this
there,
year.
yes, there was.
and
There was.
20
I
billion.
remember that. Yeah, you're right. There was an adjustment in terms of the figure. You're absolutely right. There was an
And
adjustment
even
for
when
sure.
they announce it, they don't tell the Jamaican people where the money is coming from because the money is not in the budget. It
Yeah.
wasn't budgeted for.
Yes. So that's very concerning. That is extremely concerning, Bridget.
And then to top it off, which makes no sense, if you declare the roads a national emergency, why would you say you're adding 2 billion here and 5 billion here for emergency repair? Isn't that what the Spark program should be for?
Right. Oh,
So
I think I found it.
No
I think
idea.
I found it. I think
They
I
have
found
no idea, no clue what to do.
Right. Hold on, my boss. Give me a second there. I think I'll find the clip when I look for. People ain't hear this. Mute yourself.
Yeah.
Nice. But let me see if I get this.
Hear that big mama, you know. Hear them a big mama, you know.
I think I hit this.
Big mama. Cause big mama dangerous in people.
See if I hit this.
Big mama. People, alright? Think for him.
Which government seeking a third term in office has the kind of record of achievement and performance that the Holness administration has?
So the man should lie.
None.
No, because Jim kind of performance of the chopping. 3 trillion million where spend. Pay criminality and all kind of things. I lie in them pocket. None.
They're sitting on a mountain of cash.
Mountain of cash.
That part. They're sitting on a mountain of cash.
And they have performed enviably well in managing the economy.
They have performed enviably well.
Alright, so this was a big piece of
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, did you guys hear that? Clearly I don't know if the audio is messed up with the caller on the line. Did you guys hear that, guys? Let me know in the chat if you guys heard that. The man say, the man them a slung on a mountain of cash. You can't come off a mute, you know. The man say, Cliff Hughes said months ago, not so much months ago, but recently, back a couple months ago, right? That the man them is sitting on. You want to play it again? Hold on there. You have got to hang up my boss, because look at they can't hear with the two audio them here. So hang up and make me play it and then me call you back. Alright?
Alright.
Yeah, man. Alright, so people, make me show you what I go on. Because I figure say the audio would give some problem there, so because the call, you know. Wanna listen to this. Because I want to hear clear.
And I want you to think, seeking a...
Big mama, so show you this. Hear this, big mama.
And I want you to think with me.
Think for him.
Which government seeking a third term in office has the kind of record of achievement and performance that the Holness administration has?
So the man should lie.
None.
No, because Jim kind of performance of the chopping. 3 trillion million where spend. Pay criminality and all kind of things. I lie in them pocket. None.
They're sitting on a mountain of cash.
Mountain of cash, you know.
And they have performed enviably well in managing the economy.
The man said they are sitting on a mountain of cash and is performing enviably well with the economy.
Stop lying! Stop lying! Stop lying! Stop!
Help, we key out of the ladder.
We need your divine intervention. We're tired of the labor rights. We're tired of the green people. We are so far. We can't take it no more. We need this. We need this. We need it. Help. Help. Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Psalm 46. God is our refuge and strength. Is a liberator.
People, it can't get worse than that. I tell you the truth. But we stray a little bit off topic, but Thanks for indulge me. Let's move on. Hey, man can't lie, some man. Yo, man say that what they know the economy a contract. Make it make sense, bro. Oh, that switch up in just a couple of months. Oh, tell me, oh. Can somebody tell me how? Hold on, that one there. No? Wrong highlight. There we go. All right. We are going to move on. Oh, remember call back your bridging. Because you know it's a man where always drop some. Let me see, somebody else gonna call me. Okay, that's a different song. Alright. Call back the bridging. Man, always I drop some serious.
Yes, boss.
Go through me, General. I give you 5 minutes to lay down where you want to lay down. Because I like your dialogue, you know.
Yeah, man. So these people they have nothing to tell the Jamaican people. They have no answers, no clue of how to operate a country. When you look yesterday and see the National Security Minister, after him spent so much millions of dollars and telling people about Jamaican eye, he's telling people if you have any idea how camera system work, he's telling people that majority of the camera system not working and there's nobody in Jamaica to do maintenance work. Is this man crazy?
Boy, man, I say, me I laughing about, me have to laugh enough to get mad enough. I tell people all the while, you see what they hear me go. Trust me, and I laugh. There's things I want to say, but his spirit say, hold on, panda.
And when you look at some of these things as Jamaicans who live overseas,
right?
And you look, how is it a business place can maintain their camera system?
Right.
How is it a hospital who is a private facility in Jamaica can have CT scans that's working all the time? But the government cannot have CT scans or MRI machine that's working.
Hold on, somebody in the chat say, yes, Jamaica, he has performed incredibly well. That Andrew honest, you know. And they said, stealing your money.
No, but that's the only thing he has performed incredibly well at.
Oh my God. Yo.
Because he cannot show anything that he has done that's tangible.
The chat is undefeated. I swear.
Him announcing $20,000 to Jamaicans right now. Why is it when you get the free money to give to the Jamaicans, you gave them $10,000 or $9,000?
Why do you how much money them get for burial?
But I'm not even going to burial. I'm going to COVID. He received 31 million just from the US government. He received other money from China. He received
31 million?
Yes, he got $31 million from what's her name, Kamala Harris.
Hold on there. You talk about 31 million Jamaican.
No, 31 million US dollars.
Hold on,
not Jamaican.
I could do some calculation. So in that time the US on around 145. That's all. In them time.
No, it's always been 150, like 152, 154.
In a COVID time,
$31 million just for her alone.
In a COVID time, I did 150. Huh? In a COVID time, I did 150. You nobody gone so much,
just
man.
Just from her alone, he got.
No, you not hear me. I say. May I ask a question? It was 150.
Yeah, 150.
Right,
150. Yeah, 150.
So how much I say? 30 how much million?
Yeah, it was 150.
So may I say a 31 million in get?
$31 million he got from Kamala Harris.
Cover. Well, on the people, may I do some maths.
31 million US dollars.
So that is 4.6 billion Jamaican. You know?
Just one check.
Yeah, hear me? A 4.6 billion Jamaican that, you know. Yeah, hear me, my general? Look like him now, hear me, you know. Jenny say all know me I suffer, never get nothing.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, hear me now. So hold on. How much people there in Jamaica? Divide that by
Yes, I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you.
Something wrong, man.
No, I'm hearing you.
Yeah, hear me, but something still wrong. It a break up.
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
See there, you delay. You delay, my boss.
Say 3 million people.
Me I put you at 3.6. Me I put you at 3.6. See? Alright. So no, we don't put you at 3 million. Everybody obviously never get no money. Alright, it's up my breakup. The internet I give me a little problem. Boss, me at any call here.
Yeah.
Kinda there 5 minutes already, but respect for your call. See, look come on. Too much thing I run on the computer one time. And the internet I give some problems, so better me just end the call. There are something in the background, so I need to end because I have a couple more things to cover. See? Yeah, it deadly. It deadly. It deadly, bad man. If you select a folder for what? What is man? Alright, this a piss me off. I don't really want to see this no more. But I done off of the computer, I deal with that. Anyway, I could go on to the next thing, you know. Respect to the call of a call in. 31 million US from one place in another time there. Mighty God. Wow. Very interesting. Anyway, let's continue because this a part of serious now. This next part is very, very serious. Trust me when I tell you. I go left the freeze frame. Right? Now, ladies and gentlemen, there was an interview by Marky Jeep on Nightly Fix, which I personally never watch. Come across it and me I say, wow, I need to highlight this because it's relevant to right now. Alright? And this have to do with Juliet illness. You feel me I deal with? Because the issue is still an issue, innit? The issue not changed, no. The issue is an issue, same way, so. You could hear what Marky G have to say about the situation because the thing that when him say about it, it kept me off guard because we never really hear him speak about it in this way. I don't know if you guys have heard it, but if you haven't, we're gonna hear it together, Zane. Alright. Let me just speed it up a little bit for fair use, although I have it overlay up already. You don't want no problem. You know, some of the we not say Nightly Fix, but you know. And every content creator want in a certain way with them thing.
Hope.
Yeah.
So this is why, this is a big issue for me. And in my budget presentation, this was an aspect of what I covered because of the importance that I ascribe to it.
I mean, we can jump into it because in your budget speech, you mentioned that, I guess, the conflict of interest that it seems to be with the Speaker of the House being the wife of the leader of the government. And you're saying, is it that you want her to be removed? Like, what is it? What is your main contention with?
I was making a point that we are in a low trust environment, and there are a number of things that have happened which are contributing to this low trust environment. I made a number of points giving examples of that, including for the issue of the appointment of the spouse of the Prime Minister, his wife, as a speaker. Which has established an unprecedented situation in which the head of government, who's the Prime Minister, his spouse is a person who runs Parliament, who makes decisions about who can speak and who can do what in Parliament, and especially in the context of how that's been managed since her appointment. That was really the problem I was having. The issue itself was always one of concern to me, but we didn't try and block it at the time. We didn't, because it was unprecedented, and we thought it wouldn't be fair to say that. And hindsight is 20/20 vision. But at the time we said, let us see how it plays out. Let us see if Mrs. Holness can perform that role in a non-partisan and fair way.
Yes, and not to cut it because people bring up the fact that her appointment was approved by the PNP.
Yes, it was. There is a tradition. You see, there's a tradition in the parliamentary system that we have. There's a long-standing tradition that because the speaker is supposed to be above the fray, is not representing a side, but is an umpire of the proceedings. When they're appointed, the opposition is expected to second the nomination.
I did not know that. I did not know that. And this is why this is important, why I cover this. What he just said about the tradition of the parliament and picking the speaker of the house is important. I want to listen again, This is key, ladies and gentlemen. Alright?
The issue itself was always one of concern to me, but we didn't try and block it at the time. We didn't, because it was unprecedented, and we thought it wouldn't be fair to say that. And hindsight is 2020 vision. But at the time we said, let us see how it plays out. Let us see if Mrs. Holness can perform that role in a non-partisan and fair way.
So this is the position of the PMP at the time. One, it was a tradition. Two, they were not majority of the house. So even if they had went against it, it wouldn't really have mattered. And three, they're like, let us see if she can operate in a non-partisan way as Speaker of the House. Now, I will say this. That was poor judgment by the PNP. Them definitely get booed for that. However, it was the fair thing to do. But bro, when you hear about pillow talk, when you hear about the wife of a man and him a be prime minister, that was bad judgment. I ain't gonna lie, man. That was really bad judgment. Y'all definitely. I mean, I understand what you're saying in terms of, you guys couldn't have really done anything about it because they got majority of the house. But let's continue. Let's listen.
Not to cut it because people bring up the fact that her appointment was approved by the PNP.
Yes, it was. There is a tradition. You see, there's a tradition in the parliamentary system that we have. There's a long-standing tradition that because the speaker is supposed to be above the fray, is not representing a side, but is an umpire of the proceedings. When they're appointed, the opposition is expected to second the nomination to show that the parliament has come together and chosen this person. So when I wasn't there that day, but when it was presented, and there'd been some talk that this might happen, but when it did happen, the clerk of the parliament presented a script as to what is to be said procedurally to our leader of opposition business, and he followed the script, and it had been explained that this is a tradition, and we had not taken a decision to block it. We couldn't block it anyway because it's ultimately, I think, done by majority, and they have a huge majority. But we didn't withdraw from the tradition at the time because.
So when you hear that, them couldn't do nothing about it, people. They couldn't do nothing about it.
We felt it would be, I think, a divisive thing to do then, and there was no, other than the apparent potential conflict, there was no actual issue that we could have raised other than that one. And we decided not to take an issue with it. But subsequent to that, we have had real concerns. There are these reports that come to Parliament.
So subsequent mean prior. After the fact, Zane, the concerns arise based off our performance. Right? This is what has happened, The man I get a full breakdown, people. Listen.
The accountability mechanism in the country, constitutionally, runs through the Parliament. So, Auditor General, the Auditor General who audits public bodies and provides what I call performance audit reports, which have revealed numerous things over the years, which have been matters of intense public interest and have resulted in ministers being removed and civil servants being sanctioned and all that kind of thing. The tradition has always been, and the understanding of the correct procedure has always been, that when an Auditor General's performance report comes to Parliament, it is tabled, meaning that becomes a public document by being included in the documents that are presented on the next day that Parliament sits.
Right. So is that for you guys to discuss? That's what you mean?
Yes. It's referred to the Public Accounts Committee then in the case of the Auditor General's reports. And there's a thorough investigation of her findings, and people are summoned to come and answer questions on it and all that kind of thing.
Speaking of, today it was reported that the Integrity Commission reported that all of its annual investigation reports that were submitted to Parliament have been tabled. So that was reported.
Yes, no one was saying that is not the case. There are 2 Auditor General reports that have come to Parliament in January and still have not been tabled. And in relation to the Integrity Commission, the point I made was there's a bit of a history to this, because the prior speaker who had to resign because she herself was the subject of an adverse investigation by the Integrity Commission and was replaced by Mrs. Holness. She had embarked upon a process where she wasn't tabling reports as they came, and she claimed that on her understanding of the law she shouldn't be doing that, which was bizarre because this was something which had been done routinely for.
Yo, you hear what the man said? It was bizarre, you know. Hey, I want to listen that back again, because sometimes you have to listen to things 2 times to really understand the fullness of it. Listen to that again.
Of the Parliament presented a script as to what is to be said procedurally to our leader of opposition business, and he followed the script, and you know, it had been explained that this is a tradition, and we had not taken a decision to block it. We couldn't block it anyway because it's ultimately, I think, done by majority, and we have a huge majority. But we didn't withdraw from the tradition at the time because we felt it would be, I think, a divisive thing to do then, and there was no, other than the apparent potential conflict, there was no actual issue that we could have raised other than that one. And we decided not to take an issue with it. But subsequent to that, we have had real concerns. There are these reports that come to Parliament. The accountability mechanism in the country constitutionally runs through the Parliament. So Auditor General, the Auditor General who audits public bodies and provides what are called performance audit reports, which have revealed numerous things over the years, which have been matters of intense public interest and have resulted in ministers being removed and civil servants being sanctioned and all that kind of thing. The tradition has always been, and the understanding of the correct procedure has always been, that when an Auditor General's performance report comes to Parliament, it is tabled, meaning that becomes a public document by being included in the documents that are presented on the next day that Parliament sits.
Right. So is that for you guys to discuss? That's what you mean?
Yes, but it's referred to the Public Accounts Committee then in the case of the Auditor General's reports. And there's a thorough investigation of her findings, and people are summoned to come and answer questions on it and all that kind of thing.
Speaking of, today it was reported that the Integrity Commission reported that all of its annual investigation reports that were submitted to Parliament have been tabled. So that was reported.
Yes, no one was saying that is not the case. There are 2 Auditor General reports that have come to Parliament in January and still have not been tabled. And
what?
Emotional damage.
Did you hear that?
Speaking of, today it was reported that the Integrity Commission reported that all of its annual investigation reports that were submitted to Parliament have been tabled. So that was reported.
Yes, no one was saying that is not the case. There are 2 Auditor General reports that have come to Parliament in January and still have not been tabled.
Hold up, man. Wait. Ladies and gentlemen, I gotta do some investigation. When was this interview? Lord have mercy. Let me play this. Wait a minute.
Fair to say that, and hindsight is 2020 vision, but at the time we said, let us see how it plays out. Let us see if Mrs. Holness can perform that role in a non-partisan and fair way.
Yeah, not to cut it, because people bring up the fact that, you know, her appointment was approved by the PNP.
Yes, it was. There is a tradition. You see, there's a tradition in the parliamentary system that we have. There's a long-standing tradition that because the Speaker is supposed to be above the fray, is not representing a side, but is an umpire of the proceedings. When they're appointed, the opposition is expected to second the nomination to show that Parliament has come together and chosen this person. So when I wasn't there that day, but when it was presented, and there'd been some talk that this might happen, but when it did happen, the clerk of the Parliament presented a script as to what is to be said procedurally to our leader of opposition business, and he followed the script, and you know, it had been explained that this is a tradition, and we had not taken a decision to block it. We couldn't block it anyway because it's ultimately, I think, done by majority.
Okay. Far along. This interview was done 8 months ago. All right.
Parliament in January and still have not been tabled. And in relation to the Integrity Commission, the point I made was there's a bit of a history to this, because the prior speaker who had to resign because she herself was the subject of an adverse investigation by the Integrity Commission and was replaced by Mrs. Holness. She had embarked upon a process where she wasn't tabling reports as they came, and she claimed that on her understanding of the law she shouldn't be doing that, which was bizarre because this was something which had been done routinely across administrations over many years. So we had requested that a legal opinion be obtained from the Attorney General's chambers on the matter. When Mrs. Holness became the Speaker and was implementing the results of that opinion, she refused to share the opinion with us. So she relied on it but wouldn't share it, which is, in my view, very suspicious and wholly inappropriate, because it governs how Parliament is conducted. We are all members of Parliament, so an opinion about how Parliament is conducted should be shared with the members, and indeed on a matter like this should be made public.
So, lady, you don't want to be held accountable. Why else would you hold back that type of information? Why else? It's very suspicious indeed, Mr. Golden.
Mrs. Holness became the Speaker and was implementing the results of that opinion. She refused to share the opinion with us. So she relied on it but wouldn't share it, which is, in my view, very suspicious and wholly inappropriate, because it governs how Parliament is conducted. We are all members of Parliament, so an opinion about how Parliament is conducted should be shared with the members, and indeed on a matter like this should be made.
So hold on, so you tell me, say Andrew Holness operate like dictator, and now Juliet Holness do the same thing. Hey, they have one saying, you know, power corrupts, you know, absolute power corrupts absolutely, you know. Why in the world would you not want to share that important bit of information, Juliet? What could be one good reason why you don't want the Parliament to know what is the ruling as to how the House supposed to operate? Why would you keep that to yourself alone? You are the House Speaker, so therefore you govern how it operate. But what about the people that actually is in the House? They should know whether or not you're, one, abusing your power, two, not following the rules, or three, you're doing the things the right way. Right? That is the point of having the knowledge. So why would you hold back the knowledge? Guys, these are red flags, you know. These are major red flags. It tells you a lot about somebody. These people don't want to operate with transparency. They want to allegedly move in a some little cheeky type of way. It's sad. It is very, very sad.
Made public. She declined to let that happen after repeated requests for it, including requests made by me as leader of the opposition. Then in her ruling as to what would happen going forward, she said that there are some categories of Integrity Commission reports that are not going to be tabled as they come, but will be sent to the Parliamentary Integrity Commission Oversight Committee. There is a special committee of Parliament that has been established to look into matters as to how the Integrity Commission is functioning, whether they have enough resources, whether they have issues in the law that need to be changed, and that kind of thing. Now, the government side have the majority on that committee. They appoint the chairman. So they control that committee, and if a report is sent to that committee without being tabled, the public won't know about it, don't know what it says. And the timing as to when that committee meets, and they have not been meeting frequently, what is on the agenda for the meeting is entirely up to the government. So if there's something that they're uncomfortable with and would prefer not to come into the public domain, that procedure that she has entrenched by that ruling is given an opportunity to be abused and going forward. And I have a big problem with that. Now it is
people, wanna see the clear conflict of interest. Because if it's something, you notice how the Integrity Commission report them. We have to do with the PMP. Brother them where them did late with them stuff. You know, notice how they report that it come out in a one timely manner. It was just smooth. Who notice? So therein lies the conflict of interest because we have several JLP members, high-ranking members of the JLP saying that they will do anything for Andrew Honest win the next election. So if them and Andrew Honest's wife, imagine what Andrew Honest's wife will do. Think about it. Ask yourself the question, what would she do for aid them in winning the next election? If the rest of them are saying they will do anything and they must take it to the streets and all of this. Rotted people in a trouble, And God alone can help, You know see what I want? God alone can turn this tide from them evil people. I'm telling you.
It's true that there are no currently outstanding reports that have been sent to the Integrity, and I never said there were. The two reports that are outstanding and haven't been tabled are Auditor General performance reports, not Integrity Commission reports.
Okay.
But those are outstanding, and they should have been tabled long ago. They were received in January. So based on this and what everything I've just summarized for you, I have concerns that having the spouse of the Prime Minister, who himself has issues with the Integrity Commission, as I've said, with his own filings and so on. His spouse is running the Parliament's procedures as the umpire. It is not consistent with the tradition that the Speaker is supposed to be above the fray, an independent, neutral umpire. And that's a very important issue. And so I'm not calling for her resignation, but I'm making the point that the way in which it's being conducted by her gives rise to a real perception that this is an issue. And I would have loved if she would correct it, release the opinion, and I think reverse the ruling that says that certain reports aren't going to be tabled before being sent to this committee that the government controls in Parliament. That is a highly unsatisfactory way to run our democracy.
But with and just to bring up Speaker Holness's point, she said that she defended her decision to send reports from the Integrity Commission to its oversight body before tabling as government and opposition legislators sparred over the non-disclosure of the Attorney General's opinion on the matter. And she said that her decision is not inconsistent with the law, so meaning she's not breaking any laws. So you think that even though to you it's probably unprecedented, this whole thing with the wife and the being the Speaker and the husband being the leader of government, it really is unprecedented, but it's not illegal.
It's not illegal.
So then why bring it up?
Because there are many things about life which are not strictly speaking in breach of a law, but they're in breach of principles of transparency.
I am so happy that she was brave enough to ask that question, because the question was answered expertly. Ladies and gentlemen, not everything that is legal is right based off principle, morals, and ethics. Not because man wrote something down as law. A man can write down as law that it is okay to RAPE women in a country. Does that make it right to RAPE women in country? No, it does not. Some people might say, but Bowler, that is an extreme. No, it is not an extreme. It's a perfect example of something being law, but still not being right. I'm so happy she asked that question.
Speaker and the husband being the leader of government, it really is unprecedented, but it's not illegal.
It's not illegal.
So then why bring it up?
Because there are many things about life which are not strictly speaking in breach of a law, but they're in breach of principles of transparency and accountability and good governance.
Unethical. To you it's unethical.
It's not to him it's unethical. It is unethical. Why is she asking the question in that way? You see, and I don't want anybody to feel like I'm attacking her. But you see, ladies, I find that a lot of women, not all women, but a lot of women tend to want to defend women even when they're in the wrong, because they're women and because they're a woman too. It's like there's this woman code. I truly detest it. I truly detest it, because it's not something that you can duplicate that is going to benefit society. When somebody is wrong, whether they're male or female, you should be comfortable and confident in telling them that they are wrong, regardless of their gender. We need to cut this shit out, man. We really, because the way Chef framed the question is like, oh, you think, no, it is wrong. It is ethically wrong. It's morally wrong. It's wrong. Period. It is all the way wrong. And a blind person can't see that.
Which are not strictly speaking in breach of a law, but they're in breach of principles of transparency and accountability and good governance.
Unethical. To you, it's unethical.
To me, it is
the perception.
It not only the perception now, but the reality of it is that the parliament is being conducted.
You notice how she framed the question, the perception. No. It's not the perception. It is unethical. In reality, it is.
With decisions being made which I think are not in favor or consistent with principles of good governance and transparency and the holding of the government to account in Parliament, which is one of the roles of Parliament. So it's problematic if it is not corrected. And that is what I'm saying. And it's happening in a context where we've had 8 ministers, as I've said, since 2016, sanctioned one way or another. One is before the criminal courts. Others have had to resign. Others have been put in a naughty corner at the office of the Prime Minister, etc., etc. 8 of them. That's just one issue. And numerous public boards appointed by these ministers have had to have their chairman changed and so on. Petrojam, Nesal, and many, many more. CMU, the Caribbean Maritime Institute. And there's a long list of nepotism, corruption, etc., reported on by the Auditor General and or the Integrity Commission. So we're in a low trust environment where we need governance to be elevated from this. And these sort of, by putting in this particular arrangement with the Prime Minister and his wife, one the head of the government, the other the umpire in Parliament, he himself not in good standing with the Integrity Commission. There may obviously be situations where something comes to Parliament could concern him, and she would then have be, in a position to affect the outcome of that matter. So that's just not a desirable state of affairs.
Mr. Golding, I was wondering about it since you brought it up, and it's true, it's unprecedented, but it's not. There have been son and father in Parliament, wife, Anne-Marie Devaz is name now. And
it's a whole different thing of being an MP. Nobody is suggesting that you can't have somebody who's a spouse of an MP being an MP. There have been examples of that. But the point really is the position of Speaker is a very important position.
But the Speaker of the House usually comes from the governing party. So I was wondering, do you think that then, with this now being a situation that could arise going forward, should the how the Speaker is elected be changed?
Perhaps,
like coming from an independent, truly independent, because you're saying there's an umpire.
It can't really under our parliamentary system, because the Speaker is a member of Parliament who is appointed to that role. But we've never had an issue really where somebody who is perceived as having a clear conflict of interest.
But then, I've always wondered, because if the Speaker of the House is coming from the governing party, that means that you're more biased towards the party that you're coming from. It shouldn't be.
If you're taking on that role, you take it on with the understanding that on procedural matters you have to be fair and even-handed, and you have to play that part that you've been given responsibility to play in accordance with the traditions of even-handedness, transparency, etc.
So even before,
for example, in some other jurisdictions, the person who is running and to be the Speaker is not opposed in an election in their seat. The other party doesn't put up a candidate because the understanding is that person should be allowed to be elected and shouldn't have to face a competitive elective process. That has happened, I think, in other jurisdictions,
like other Caribbean countries. I think.
No, I think in the UK, for example, is how it works. Which is where the tradition comes from. So we have never had an issue like this.
That's what I was asking.
Where we have built into the structure of who the Speaker is this kind of relationship, which gives rise to the potential problem. Which is why when the appointment was originally made, I had some concerns. Others had some concerns, but it hadn't arisen before. We didn't think at the time, especially with what had happened with the previous Speaker, where we had been, part of the discussions around which she was, an environment was created where she felt compelled to resign. Right? And, you know, I felt it was time to calm things down a bit and let's see how it plays out.
That went well.
And on that note, I think, you know, Marky G has made his point very, very well in the situation with the Juliet Oldest being the Speaker of the House, ladies and gentlemen. With the arguments that was made, let me know what you think in the comment section. Understand the comment section, alright? Alright, the next thing I have on the agenda, ladies and gentlemen, is quite, I just get some breaking news, you know. But I can cover before I go to the last thing. Very short, very short. Very, very short, of course. And you know what? I'm now go to the breaking news. Yeah, let me go to this. Let's go to this. A long time I want to cover this. I want to big up the melting pot. See that brother here? Yeah man, I want to big up that brother. Big up the melting pot. Big up Mystic Sensation. See? Big up the melting pot, alright? Now, you might go talk something. Want to like, share, and subscribe, ladies and gentlemen, coming through the gate. The melting pot, the general. I'm gonna mention something. Right now, I'm gonna light on fire under the DPP. I swear to God. And I feel like this way I'm gonna talk about right there, so in itself need to be highlighted. You get what I say? Yeah man, this needs to highlight because things have gotten out on as far as I'm concerned, ladies and gentlemen. With the allegations surrounding the DPP, things have really, really gotten out on. If somebody have the post where she have these types of allegations that come out against her, in a pretty. Just the allegations alone, it make me very uncomfortable. You know, it says to me that why a judicial system in Jamaica is shaky. It's very, very shaky. You get what I say? Shakier than me could have even imagined. So let's get into the audio.
Exactly.
You get no answers for our money.
No answers.
So we as well, you're almost in.
Well, look like me move too far.
Speaking right now, because for sure.
I want to see them foreign and grab them. See the difference. Then the burden of proof. Put them on the oath. Make them swear on the oath. Put out the window when them come up. Lie in.
All right, Pastor, we're not going in. So.
Oh, none other than Titan blood. Brother,
yeah,
come in.
Yeah, man. And well said, Pastor Ricky. Yeah. But, you know, just to look at what Dalrymple said in regards to when the investigation was done by Kral, yeah, and the FID. Okay. And they submitted the 300 pages of documents, Byron.
Yes.
Right. And she is saying that she need more.
Exactly.
Now, Father Llewellyn, I want to ask you, what more of what you needed? Pages? The 300 pages already recommended that people should be charged. And this is taxpayers' money that was invested to get Kral in from the UK to preside over the corruption.
Exactly.
So under no circumstance, after the corruption has been investigated by reputable investigating firm from the UK, that you, Paula Llewellyn, will use your office of power as it relates to the DPP office and say in regards to the 300 pages that you need more. You don't need anything more, Paula Llewellyn. What you need to have in your own portfolio is honesty.
Yeah.
You need to move away from Andrew Holness corruption because it will sink you. Do you want to be synced with Andrew Holness? This is what's gonna happen to you as I'm speaking right now. Because for sure, when the new administration comes into office, there have to be a public inquiry as it regards to your office and all the high-profile cases that you fail to preside over.
We about to move the furniture around here if you touch my leg. It's love. Matter of fact, don't move that hand. Now try. So Mike, you mean to tell me Diddy was touching on your leg while you were sitting right here on this couch? I was trying to, but I seen him before.
Have the cases them shuffling them around like dominoes or card. You have to do your job because you're being paid, highly paid as well by the taxpayers. And for you to sit there and corrupt the office of the DPP to serve the master of Jamaica, Andrew Holness, it is totally wrong. And what you have done, along with Nigel, criminal clerk, is to lie to people in Jamaica as it relates to SSL saga.
Yeah.
Because this is where you and Nigel Clark play a pivotal role in SSL. Yeah? Because Nigel Clark first come out and lie to us as it relates to the FBI is gonna be on the ground in Jamaica investigating the perpetrators. That did not happen. Okay? Then he moved away from FBI and him sought the help of Kral to come and investigate. Kral did not come and investigate as a charity firm. They come as a firm that charge millions of dollars to come and preside over this case. Where did all these millions of dollars come from? Come from the taxpayers. So are you telling me now that after the taxpayers money gone into, paying for these investigators to come, and they have done the work, they have submitted the report to you, 300 pages, with people inside of that 300 pages who is to be charged, and then you just leave it like that and say you need more documents, more what you need more of?
Exactly.
You get no answers for our money.
No answers for our money.
So we as well, you're almost going up to 70 now, Paul Llewellyn. And me I tell you, say, the jailhouse there at Jamaica for you. You have to go to jail. You have to get arrested and charged for malpracticing. As a DPP, you have never unraveled any high-profile cases. The only time you do something is when you do a corruption case against the ghetto people. Because only them you can prosecute.
Yeah.
You understand? When it comes to parliamentarian from the Jamaica Labour Party side, you have no lot and part with that. I see how swift you move to Dwayne Chambers, right? From the People's National Party. As it relates to
Dwayne Vaz,
right. As it relates to not filing its paper on time, its statutory declaration on time. Yeah? But you move swiftly towards that. But you have a bigger one we are run for how many years? And you do have to turn the black eye and look on that. Because that are your friend. And we see where you as a DPP, we see the company you keep,
Yeah, our party. Our party.
We see our party with all the relevant authorities were corrupt in Jamaica. So we know the company where you keep.
Yes.
So we have to have a public auditing as it relates to a public inquiry in your time serving as DPP. And wherever we find that you've been corrupted, which we are seeing so many, you have to be charged.
Yeah.
There's no two ways about it because you, Paul Llewellyn, are bigger than the law in Jamaica, You might think that you are bigger than the law. But you're not bigger than the law. There's a law that still can hold the DPP accountable for wrongdoing, corruption, And you were very much a part of the corruption Ponzi scheme in Jamaica. This is why you have not accomplished anything in your time. You have not accomplished nothing.
Now, the man a lick some blouse and skirt. I'm up on some nail. People, what do you think about that? I mean, we don't hear nothing from the DPP office. Roland Brooks. Please check the speaker history. MPBB was the speaker of the House between 1962 and 1967. Okay, alright. But we're not up on the speaker thing right now. We passed that already. What may I say? The company where she a keep. You see, Jamaican people not really miss. You see anytime the Jamaican people zone in for somebody behavior, I don't business at who you is. Let me tell you something. We have one historical spirit of discernment. And some people are going like say they don't want to open their eye. But you see, when Jamaican people open up, trust me, you can't escape. Now, if the DPP has been doing malpractice, I don't business who, if it's a her or a him, I don't business why you age. Especially with people in them the type of position there. No sir, you have to operate outside of corruption. If you operate in a corruption, well, guess what? I believe there should be stronger penalty for persons that is entrusted to hold such offices. And then if you know the penalty them before them enter the office. So that way, them know say, them ASS is grass once it's found out if them involved in anything. Make we continue to listen to Melting Pot, cause may I tell you, I melt the pot, all the pot I melt. When I cook this woman in right now, rough.
You're a failure on the justice system part. Great concern in Jamaica. You're a disgrace to the justice system in Jamaica. And what you have done, you have damaged the justice system of Jamaica on an international scale. This is what you have done. Because you are looking not just on the ground in Jamaica. No, you must look further afield. Because connectivity, such as the internet, will expose what is going on in Jamaica. And this is why you look like a lunatic when you come to the Privy Council in London. Because you know what happened? You were not practicing. It's just like an athlete. Have the world record time in them country and them get hype up and not train and come to Olympic and a failure. When you come to London, you was a
That is funny, honey.
Hey.
That's funny. Oh my God, that is funny.
No, that analogy there. Basically, what I'm saying now, if you was doing the right thing while you was in Jamaica, in your job, when you went to England, you would make a ass of yourself because them teams say think them when you wanna do the wrong thing. In the cartel court case, right? And that's why cartel get off, you know, people. Hey, me I tell you say, why rough. Chelsea we are going with.
Failure. And that's
at the DPP matter about still at the failure in this case. But yeah, the Prime Minister is a failure as well.
That's why I said put you firmly in your place. Because it showed that you weren't practicing law. You understand? You were playing around with the law. As it relates to your office. So you sat there, you collect a fat salary annually, and what you do? Nothing but corruption.
Jesus.
You are a sustained fuel to corruption in Jamaica. You keep it ablaze.
Wow.
Okay, this is the automatic course creator, and if you are looking for the fastest way to launch your first or next,
let's play that back. Let's play
nothing but corruption.
Sheesh.
You are a sustained fuel to corruption in Jamaica. You keep it ablaze. That's what you are. And I am calling on the authority when the time is right to make sure that they do a public inquiry as it relates to your tenure as the DPP of Jamaica.
That's why ISAT needs to be the justice minister.
Right. and Marky G, is a brilliant astute mind of Jamaica. Right? As it relates to his whole upbringing. He's a man of law, dignity, quality, and transparency. And I know Mark G, he might want to wait July, man. Right now, our space of time. It not going to say much right now,
Yeah.
Because Mark G deal with action. And him know him can't put the machinery in place right now. But what he's carefully doing right now is assembling the machine to get to work. And get to work.
Emotional damage.
Hey, when the labor right there hear that, me know say them a tremble. What you say, Elder? Elder, where you say Marky G? Do you do what? Where am I do my boss?
Dignity, quality, we July, man. Right now, our space of time. It not gonna say much right now, Because Marky G deal with action. And him know him can't put the machinery in place right now.
Yeah.
But what he's carefully doing right now is assembling the machine.
Backside.
To get to work. And get to work efficiently and effectively when the time comes. So all these packer cats that was running around in Jamaica, robbing the butter and the cheese. Remember, the trap is waiting. The trap is waiting. And I'm telling you, under no circumstance, any of you rat and cat can get rid of this trap. This trap, I gonna get rid of one.
All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
Richard, if you don't have a problem with the law, you don't go like Marky G. Marky G a liar. So if you don't have a problem with the law, you don't go like Marky G.
Because Marky G already know everything that is happening and who are the high stake player. He's not stupid. Yeah? Dr. Drayton Campbell, same way. ISAT, them know everything. But time is a master. And only time will tell. So I'm saying to Paula Llewellyn, as I'm speaking right now, I don't know how your ending going to be, but I sure know it's going to be a bitter ending because you have already, reaped the sweets, So it's not going to be sweeter. This time it's gonna be bitter. Because you have to be held accountable for the high level of corruption. You were placed there as the deterrent factor for corruption in Jamaica.
This is true.
But instead, what you do? You embrace it. You become cognizant to it. You align yourself to it. And by extension, you're partisan to the corruption because you're affiliated to the Jamaica Labour Party. It is no secret. So we have to make sure now that we initiate you in the right and proper way as it relates to charging you.
Right.
For failure to do your work effectively and for be a part of the corruption scheme that has plagued Jamaica over the last 9 years.
Like I should.
Where we are seeing our citizens in Jamaica having to bear the brunt of all the corruption because when the trillions of dollars them gone missing, it have to be put back because it's a void that has been left there. So the People's National Party will have to come and work assiduously to fill back that gap, and this is why we cannot allow all of you criminal activists from the Jamaica Labour Party to waltz off with all these loot.
That's right.
We have to take it back.
Seize them.
We have to charge you guys.
Yeah.
We have to confiscate the loot. Just like how you people confiscate whatever people assemble on an illicit scale. As it relates to scammer, wanna take with them things. People who are caught, you know, with offensive law as it relates to drugs trafficking. Wanna take them things. Well, when it comes to chopping, we have to take it back too. You know, can't have it the way that you think so. Well, then more than likely we supposed to, you know, coincide with what we want to do and want to do and pay the price for it. No, we don't have to pay the price for it because we have seen that the process with illicit enrichment is that when authority uncover those things and find the perpetrator, them go and them seize them asset. So Andrew hold this asset off the seas. Juliet hold this asset off the seas.
Yep.
Agintai asset off the seas. Vaz asset off the seas. Queenie asset off the seas. Bushrat asset off the seas. Lollipop jar asset off the seas. Hey, the list long enough, bro. You forgot prison long time for Richard Clark, them land. With them leave. I remember USA, we don't need for charge her because she forged on a citizen signature when the person deceased. Miss Ermin Clark. We don't need for go for her. Remember, she commit a crime against United States citizen, you know. So it's not like she just wanted locally, you know. She also wanted in the state.
Emotional damage.
1980. You been paid in the state because you can't tell me from in the 1980. You been paid by Richard Clark's father to look after property.
People hit the like button, man.
And when the man deceased, all you do is grab the property.
Like up the video, guys.
You check from a 40 days, it's and you're going at 50, you know. And what you do? You upload the property to your family member.
Backside.
Because we know that's not a genuine sale when you see it like that. That's what I will call now. Same thing like with Andrew, laundering. Yeah? So why was it one of your family member you offload Richard Clark them property to? Because no money transaction took place. It's only name transaction and buy, decoration and sales transaction. But the real sale, so you have that place in a Dalrymple. You still have Richard Clark them property. It belongs to you. I mean, know Andrew Wallace didn't know about it. Dr. Crab didn't know about it. The DPP know about it too.
A corrupt government cannot liberate the people. If the head of the stream is corrupt, the entire river will be also.
But all I want to turn a black eye. Yeah? And almost 50 years that family has been deprived of their father dwelling. That
what can go so? What can go so?
Yeah, and almost 50 years that family has been deprived of their father dwelling that they're supposed to inherit as siblings. So we want to ask the question once again. If the legal authority in Jamaica don't know about this case with Dalrymple and Richard Clark and the property down at Barnett Street in Montego Bay, St. James, I sure know all of you down there fully aware. So Dalrymple,
emotional damage.
If the legal authority in Jamaica don't know about this case with Dalrymple and Richard Clark and the property down at Barnett Street in Montego.
Somebody will know about that story over there in that chat. Wanna call me, cause this fresh to me. This are way more serious than what me did think. I listened to the first part of this man talking about the DPP. You know. I only listen to piece, but where am I going as right now? When my alleged say the DPP no about mighty God of Daniel. Hello, when you hear Pastor Peter Chambers come out, and you know, so I go find a clip on the wall. I remember go and play this.
You go be St. James. I sure know all of you down there is fully aware. So that Rimple has been serving in politics in Jamaica as a bandit fugitive from long time. She's a fugitive on the run from long time. Take away people property. That's what she been doing. So no wonder when she come into government role as a parliamentarian, she carry out the same practice. She carrying out the same practice. People, I want to understand me carefully, you know, tonight when me attack, you know. You see this case with Dalrymple and Richard Clark as something will resonate with me, you know. Because it could have been me. And it could have been any ordinary Jamaican citizen. And your father die and leave something to survive by you as them kids. Yeah? And you're all expecting to have something, you know, as gift from your dad. But after 40 odd years, it still can't reach you. And this woman still sit down in a Jamaica practice political warfare she practice. Because them now work as no political parliamentary. No. A
so
warfare.
Political miscreant?
Well, there you go. You understand? Yeah. So Dalrymple, you need to give back Richard Clark them property. And we are talking about at the current value up to date, not from in the 80s. You can't give back with weight value in the 80s. You have to give back at the current value.
Market value.
Market value, you have to give back it at today's market value.
Yes, sir.
Because this is where we want to make you understand, say, do not interfere with when no trouble you. You get paid for do your work. And when time comes for you do your transaction, you do it lawfully. Because you are obligated to do it. Because you were being paid. No sales transaction, do. Property laundering, you go on with it now. Because we know about the party too. And I'm going.
Alright, it look like it come off a DPP. People, if you don't want to hear the full thing, you don't have to go over mistake, you know. Me want to play that clip here. To add on to that DPP, something to blows and screw. This serious?
A blessed morning. This is celebration time. Hallelujah. Glory be to God. I am here celebrating the revelation that God has given to me pertaining to Vybz Kartel. And I came under Cast the First Stone, condoning Vybz Kartel's. God is revealing to my spirit that he will be free. When Kartel cannot be found into a vision. And in the vision I saw an ambulance rushing with Vybz Kartel to the hospital, and I heard somebody say in the vision that I'll be coming out soon. In the vision that they just rushed Vybz Kartel to the hospital, and it does not seem right. We are blessed are the merciful, for they shall observe. It's declaring to me that he's giving Vybz Kartel mercy. Until I'm encouraging you, find the government has been exposed. You notice the Lord has removed you. Father Llewellyn.
Alright, here we
God
go.
remove you. Only God can take you out of the city. Once to die, then judgment. Vybz Kartel, I'm encouraging you. Find Jesus before it is too late. I watched one of your interviews and you said that you're not a religious person, that you prefer the Rastafarism religion. Listen, only God can take you out of this situation. Yes, you are freed physically, but spiritually, you're not freed. Only Jesus Christ has the ability to deliver you at this very moment. The former DPP You have been exposed. The government has been exposed. You notice the Lord has removed you, Paula Llewellyn. God remove you, man. And as the Lord revealed to me, and many of the hungry belly criminals that follows this present government lashing out and barking that I'm false. None of you exalting yourself now. I'm the one celebrating. Hallelujah. With my non-alcohol. Here it is. Make sure. Non-alcohol. There it is. Yes. You hypocrites. We know. Some of you call me drunkard. And no liquor is in it. No alcohol is in it. But let me tell you something. Every word that God has given to me shall surely come to pass. It will come to pass. And I never forget when the Prime Minister locked me up in seat of judgment that is coming to the leader of Jamaica. Things that he has committed. And the doctor are telling a lie and it's misinformation.
Alright, you know what say, me not get the one I want to forget still. But me remember a video a few days ago. Not a few days ago, it's a couple months ago. When him talk about the DPP. I think even, him did talk about her and him tell us to repent. You get what I say? Before it's too late. So, why? People, time coming up. Hey, that's that terminology there where Marky G use, time come. Him not even, me not know if him know or just how powerful that terminology there is. But time has surely come, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what you think about where the general office say about Paula Llewellyn melting pot. Why the man burn a piece of fire, man talk some things that me even know about all. Marissa Dalrymple get rid of. Yo, Jaja. Let me know what you think, people. Ah, that mercy. Nobody knows. Breaking news. Well, I'm not really breaking news today, no. Not breaking news. A long time news this, but me need the two know this. I'm gonna know if you don't know. I think I did cover this already, you know. Yeah, man, we cover this already. I'm gonna load that. I'm gonna load that one. Let me see if nothing fresh in the news over here. No, nothing fresh. The 18th to the hour. Today at 12. Remember this Friday. I know this Friday. Hour. Hold on there. Wait. Yeah. This Friday, people, the DPP court case. Me expect say the ruling supposed to stand that she's no longer the DPP. Anybody want to call in? The number is 1-876-451-6535. Can go on the opportunity for calling. We cover various topics today. Hold on then, let me see. Let me see. Oh! Don't say you're not going good. You have something else somebody need to document. I'm gonna document. You know. My bad, y'all. My bad. Marvin, what y'all did with? I chew me hungry and tired, you know. But I gotta do it. I gotta do it, people. Yeah. I do it. Some of you do it to make everybody see it. Alright. This is just a small clip. A small clip, ladies and gentlemen. Just 11 minutes. Marky G's speech down a Kong Pong. I don't know how much I want to see that speech about. We have to go through it. Very interesting. Thought I would document this one as well. You get me? Alright, boom. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, remember, good day, good day, good day, good day, good day. It's your brother Bolovina. We never. Remember to follow me on all platforms, remember. Now, we come across this speech at the 285th Maroon Fest, Akong Pong, January 6th. I never hear this speech. That means that somebody else out there never hear it neither. And I thought it was very interesting, so I want to share it on my platform, so let's get it.
Yeah. Pong, pong. Yeah. Why, what are we going to look good? Yeah. What are we the vibes? Nice! Yeah. Trust me, man. Well, I just want to start off by saying greetings and enough respect to Chief Richard Curry in the house. All the distinguished colonels in the house. We gather this afternoon to celebrate with you the 285th anniversary of the 1738 Peace Treaty between the Maroons and the British. It is a real honor and privilege to be here with you all, and I really want to thank Chief Curry for inviting me to be here. It is indeed a momentous occasion, 285 years, as Maroons all across Jamaica have come together to honor their ancestors and celebrate their rich heritage and immense contribution to Jamaica's struggle for freedom, in which the Maroons led by example. This year's celebrations take place under a theme, and the theme is Culture as One, Unification through Peace and Friendship. I repeat that. Culture as One, Unification through Peace and Friendship.
Culture as one. Unification through peace and friendship. That's powerful. That's powerful, man. Major Dubs said, find me singing No Mining on the same video and play me live. Major Dubs. No, me can't play no music on you.
It is a joyous occasion when Maroons come together in celebration of their culture,
copyright.
Their history, their rich heritage, along with well-wishers from the wider population, both here in Jamaica and from abroad. It is inspirational to witness Maroons demonstrating this love for their community and themselves, and their deep respect for their natural environment. The Maroons are a constant reminder of our strength and determination as a people. They fought for their freedom decades before the abolition of slavery. They were the first to achieve military success in the 1730s against the colonizers and enslavers. Great Maroon leaders like Nani and Kojo are a source of inspiration to many of us here in Jamaica. They taught us the value of our collective power and have instilled courage and self-belief in our people. So, the preservation of these important events like the one we are at now, events which commemorate our history, should not be met with any resistance. Instead, we should welcome and embrace the Maroons' contribution to the distinctiveness and diversity of our culture. We should encourage the continued protection of that culture, and we must assist them to promote it for economic and psychological well-being.
People, But remember when Andrew Honest, on the Andrew Honest state government, the police then go for Kong Pong. You talk about 100 and odd police and soldier. Right? Who remember? Wanna see difference in the year when Marky G a pledge to the people in the Maroons. Mark Golden have a very good relationship with these people, you know. These people do have the right to vote, you know, ladies and gentlemen. As a matter of fact, the Maroon them is integrated in the larger population. So you have people who have Maroon descent. So I don't really feel say the situation will go down with the Maroon them forget. If I want people who me know now go forget, I Maroon them. Any other Jamaican, but not the Maroon them. Remember, say them people have fight the British for 80 years straight, you know. Who remember? You know, say I don't know normal for fight the British for 80 years straight, eh? I never say 8 years, no, I say 80. 285 years of freedom, them people have. And under Andrew Honest government, big violation of Maroons and them property. And I talk about there's only one sovereign go. Yo, you say man upset, hey, the man upset in us, man. Oh, him still some man. Me and Juliet only say in our interview, say, yo, him just did enough when him there at school. No, me understand what she talk about. Yo, the man upset in Bridging, I swear.
For centuries, the Maroons have maintained a solid relationship of trust and cooperation with the wider society, while asserting their rights as an autonomous indigenous group. This balance needs to be maintained, it needs to be respected, and it needs to be embraced by the Jamaican society as a whole, including the state. Respectful dialogue through an institutionalized mechanism for inclusive and constructive engagement with the Maroons would go a long way to achieving the harmony of relations which will benefit both the Maroons and Jamaica as a whole. We have seen an unfortunate reluctance on the part of the state to put such a mechanism in place, despite a manifest willingness among the compound Maroons leadership to engage on mutually respectful terms. I urge the government to initiate and embrace a permanent structure of engagement that will allow robust and respectful participation among all interested parties on important issues of concern, and we know that those issues exist. I urge leadership across all communities of Maroons to be united in solidarity with each other when it comes to engaging with the Jamaican state on matters of concern to Maroon communities. Do not allow yourselves to be set against each other by politics, petty egoism, or other personal considerations. History will not be kind to those who fail to stand together in unity, especially at a time when there are clear and present dangers to your historic rights of autonomy and your way of life. The sad fact is that the Maroons have been encountering threats to environmental safety and ecological sanctity of lands in and around the areas recently designated as a cockpit country by the Jamaican government. In particular, threats from mining interests, in which the government of Jamaica is a substantial shareholder, along with its private international partner. These are lands which the Maroons have occupied for many years, centuries, and which hold great cultural and spiritual significance to the community of Maroons. That the Inter-American Commission on Human Rights, the IACHR, has recently declared that the rights of the Maroons are at serious risk, and it has instructed the government of Jamaica to take the necessary measures to protect the rights to life, personal integrity, and health of the Maroons. To date, to the best of my knowledge, the government has not taken any substantial action to remedy this situation. And the threat to Maroon life in the cockpit country still exists. I take this opportunity here today to call on the government to comply with the ruling of the IACHR and to accede in good faith to the precautionary measures set out by that commission without further delay. I also take this opportunity to express my support to the Maroons in this struggle and commend you for protecting your birthright. In the true spirit of our national motto, out of many, one people, we must make every effort to promote peace and unity amongst all Jamaicans, and we cannot stand by and ignore the dangers that you face. Most recently, the UN Committee on the Elimination of Racial Discrimination, in concluding its consideration of Jamaica's periodic report, acknowledged that the discrimination of minority groups such as the Rastafari community is still a pressing issue here in Jamaica. The committee also questioned the government about policies that have been put in place to address issues faced by members of the Rastafari community, including the wearing of dreadlocks in schools, as well as the protection of their cultural rights and their cultural sites.
Now you know how sad it is. In Singa, the girl name, where the police cut off her locks. People, me glad say, I don't know. I am not a Rasta, you know, but I am a human being. Right? You have more protection for the colorful community in Jamaica than you have for the indigenous or the Rastafarian people in Jamaica. Rasta is the international image of Jamaican culture, but yet still, Rasta get treated with the utmost disrespect by the police force, the law, the government, especially the JLP, over the years. And it's really, it's disheartening. And I really want to see the legal framework put in place. Because everywhere else in the world, you see indigenous people, they are protected, you know, by law, you know. Yeah, man. Serious, I talk about serious legislation. Because normally a peaceful people when I get trouble. In most cases. You feel what I deal with? They have been through years and years of war. And the fight that them fight, it bring forth these treaties. And that is why it's so important to honor those treaties. Because it says a lot about a person that would want to go against those treaties and start up back conflict. You get me? I say, especially when it comes to indigenous people. So I really would have loved to see a legislation put in place to protect the indigenous and the Rasta people. Let me say it, the Maroon and the Rasta people. No joke. No joke. But let's continue.
Be taken by the government to protect the sacramental rights of the Maroons. I am committed, when we next form government, to giving special treatment.
Wait, a Queen of Africa that and Maroon. Yeah.
Committed, when we next form government, to giving special treatment to small farmers, Maroons, and the Rastafari community in the ganja industry.
Wanna hear that? Marky G say, farmer ganja planter, farm with a ganja farm. No, me no know. Well, I got creation same way, the earth, but yeah, that is something positive. Include them, man. I like it, Marky G.
You built and protected our knowledge system around ganja throughout a century of prohibition that was enforced by international interests. The Maroons and the Rastafari community must be liberated to use and produce the ganja that is a part of your indigenous medicinal heritage.
Oh, you mean?
And the Rastafaris believe that it is their sacrament. The state government of Jamaica must give you a chance to become a part of the lawful industry so that you can make some money for yourselves and your community and help to build the national economy.
Talk true. Talk true.
Government, we will facilitate home-based production, integrating with licensed processors. We will look.
People who don't know much money. Want to go do a little research. Want to know Google how much money the USA make off of medicinal marijuana every year. Want to go do a research and then understand how big of a move that would be if Marky G was to win and carry out that which he said he would in this video.
Lower the bar to allow small farmers to come into the formal industry. We will incentivize commercial and knowledge sharing relationships with the well-established and well-capitalized processors to achieve win-win outcomes for large and small producers. And we will aggressively pursue markets for quality Jamaican medicinal ganja, and we will legislate to create a comprehensive, lawful, ganja-based economy for the Rastafari community and the Maroons. In closing, as we celebrate the 285th anniversary of the 1738 Peace Treaty, which affirmed the rights and tenure of lands in the possession of the Maroons, I take this special opportunity to commend the Maroon community for sustaining practices which form part of our Jamaican culture and promoting oneness, peace and friendship amongst all. I reiterate the struggle to keep the cockpit country as an ecologically pristine area with the water resources beneath it on which Jamaica pretends is a struggle we cannot ease up on. It is a serious struggle not just for today, but for the future, for us and our children and generations to come. And I celebrate the fact that the Maroons have stood firm in the face of that struggle. Congratulations again to Chief Curry and the organizer of the annual Maroon Fest. And congratulations to all Maroons on this milestone achievement of 285 years. I thank you again for inviting me to be part of these celebrations. And I look forward to continuing our dialogue in a spirit of mutual respect, solidarity, and friendship. The word is love.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Powerful speech from the future Prime Minister, the next Prime Minister of Jamaica, Mark Jefferson Golding. And I dare say it seems as if it's trending in that direction. If he's not, then it will be the UIC. But we'll surely not use the JLP no more. I just had to put that in there. Bless up on yourself, having yourself a good one, and remember to follow me on all of my platforms. Then let me know what you think in the comment section. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, tell me what you think of this situation or these situations. Alright? That is it. That is my time. Wanna big up, wanna big up, wanna big up. Wow, Wally Pound is still there in here, guys. Later here. Bless up on yourself. The word is love. The word is love. Look up.